the extended war of attrition. I think earlier on I was happy with Lost Ratones draft. I still think it is solid into the Rise, the Rakan, the Scar. It's very fair. That's very fair. It was a pretty wild one. Crowny long here. Xerxes and Zolokyu, last time he played it was 4 months ago. It's a bit of damage, but not too much more. Can Baus find a Rupture or a Silence here? Decent Rupture. That's it up. Feast angle. There we go. Nice kill onto the Rakan. Baus needs to run away. God bless. Earlier gets the clone off. Hey, Charlene. Good to see you. Feet raid. Oh my god. You degenerates. A lot of you. Ooh, Crowny! Woo! Might go with the 1v1. Thank you for coming and say hello. For those who've not followed Charlene, please do. It's the... He's going to try and play for the wave. Gets the Rupture. Decent trade back. The Silence is solid, actually. Forces a flash at the very least. How was the stream, though, all Charlene viewers? What was she streaming today? Sunfire Eve. The time of why am I dying with no reason? Very true. Bring back no limit wards and support with only one side, so I'm being tanked on. Temper Fate. Flash forward for the Cosmic Binding Slow. Ragnar's in danger, about to hit Meganar, but I don't know whether he'll get there in time. Flash away. Zoel is now in danger, has to battle dance out. Bring back Sword of the Occult. Give me stacking crit chance on an item. Oh boy, I think Baus is dead. Want to see my binder? Oh yeah. I have to say, I do more magic cards than I do Pope. I've peaked. I've gotten worse. Baus Rocket Belt away. I think he's just dead here. Good Silence. Xerxes tanks up the turret. Baus needs to run. Out comes the Tempered Fate. He walks back into the Smolder ult. Baus! I saw people tossing enormous amount of food in the streets to get the Pikachu McDonald's card. Really now? That's crazy. I just asked my friend to buy a few and I'd pay her for them. In fact, I mean, we just do it that way. I think Harpoon has flash, but we have to burn it. Oh, nicely done. Velia, Trinity Force Spike. Ho. After that death, you are definitely the better Joe Lamau. There's a McDonald's Pokemon card. Really? That's very disappointing. That's very disappointing. Like, I just said, look, a friend of mine wants to get a load. Can I pay for you and some friends to get some McDonald's? She went, yeah, that sounds great. So she did. Great. Whee. Thank you, K9s. Cheeky as hell is what that is. Baus is going to get a turret on the other side. Very slick timings from Lost Ratones there to get away with that. Very slick. We would pull off on a regular basis. That said, they are also the team that gives up a lot of free kills across the map because they're not respectful of their opponents and not tracking them properly. But again, now that they've gotten TP topside, they can go for the dragon here. The turret was already taken before Nemesis TP'd. Okay, well, that's less good then. You see what I mean? Now, in that case, that's less good. I now look silly. 100% he's not even close. Seen it first down. Their jungle is up so misaligned. Interesting. But I think part of it as well is, like, despite being misaligned, I think they can still make very, very clutch plays because they are very astute at problem-solving their way out of tricky scenarios because they are very intelligent players. Sometimes they're not on the same pages, and that's proven problematic. Go on, Velia. Oh, no! I think at that point you just stick for the kill. He's dead. Oh, that's too far. He's out. Nemesis. Oh, Nimbus Strike. Harpoon with the ult. Velia dies. Seren gets that kill. Oh, dear. That one was unfortunate. You just have to stick with the kill at that point. But again, part of the reason they've been so good in mid-games is because they're very, very intelligent about how to reset and where to move next on the map to win. Though a lot of that's Nemesis, right? But okay, bit of a chunk forwards. Are we Atacam flipping? We might be. A lot of fun to watch, no matter if they win or lose, my opinion. I mean, the thing in Lost Ratones, they are always very extravagant in their play, right? Win or lose. They will always be someone going for style points. Baus alone makes them for very entertaining viewing. Rise spot, easy pickup on that. You had Feast available from Bailey. May instead look to shove through mid and look for the tier 1 there, I think. TP back, they're playing for this, okay. Xerxes not in the pit. Seren's chunking the dragon low, though. I think they can just rush this. Bad Dragon's about to go. What about the fight afterwards? Baus can potentially flash, doesn't get it. Put this onto Baus. Harpoon throws out the mom! Faust, I don't know why you walked into that. It's just 3 stacks to Smolder. Who does actually now have the stacks required. And that is the reason why they have lost multiple times to Kiana in scrims, on stage, that kind of thing. Zed's in a similar position where you can sort of get snowballed against that way. And also because it makes Velia's life a lot harder. He likes to play a lot of these AD skirmish champions who actually don't have the most fun time into champions that do what they do but do it by out farming them, which can get a bit frustrating. And I find that way often does a lot of work. The other thing is Crownie is punishable. He just is. Gets caught on midway quite regularly if they're not careful. And if Nemesis has a bad game while that happens, it's really difficult. Velia just about survives. Ragnar's going to die for this. This is huge. This is huge. Ragnar's going to die. Nice. Shutdown. Feast comes on through. Featherstorm just shy. Flap, flap, flap away. Harpoon, though, is in a 1 versus 5. Ryze is behind them, clearing the way. Woo! Gets the kill. Burn. Not quite there. Can they turn for Baron? I think they can. Ryze is proxy farming, trying to get as much value as he can here. But I think with Cassiopeia with full mana, they can shred this. It's gone. Am I covering the map a bit too much with myself? Yeah, there's not really anywhere else to put the camera, unfortunately. Can't cover the player cams. Can't go down to what? Can't go down here. Come say hello. Gonna try and turn for the dragon. Zoelis has got smite. Wait, what's the smite? Oh my god, that got close. Didn't get a chance to do it. Hey, Yuzuru. Like I said, Nemesis Cassiopeia isn't good. Can't push side lanes for the rest of the game. Crowd needs a lot of resources. Yeah, I think the Cassiopeia's been fine-ish this game. I think it's just the fact that Ryze has been played towards on the side lane very aggressively, and that was always part of the Galions draft angle, the way they adjusted to deal with the anti-dive stuff of Lost Ratones. That's not been great, but hey, that's sometimes Ryze hacks for you. Ross beats Zero Tenacity. Thank you very much for the heads up. Ooh, that's an important impale. That's a really important impale. Crownie survives, but he got caught on the bloody midwave again. This rat. Harpoon. Not quite hitting it. Velia might die, though. That could be a problem. Just a smite for the slow. Ragnar hops on forwards. Velia's dead. Damn. Crownie, I think Alvar are going to be obligated to rush Baronet to try and make sure they don't have to sit here and just take Smolder Poke. Engage, that's pretty good. They're on the clone. Velia trying to fast it down. Good damage onto Ragnar, got stunned up, stunned with the wall, still got the kill, but they blew up the Wukong. Good damage on the Saren, he's got the flash. Impale, stops the Cassiopeia doing damage to the Twin Fangs, come flying on through. Trying to get some value back, they finally bring that down. Xerxes with the upheaval, drives another onto the wall with the stealth impact. Good route onto Zoelis. Harpoon, no damage, and Crownie and Reckless stand and deliver with Baus. They get a triple difficult contest. Oh, Reckless low. Had to Mikhail's that. That got a bit dicey. Can look to Feast and Featherpull. Baus might be traded out. Is he going to be able to flash out? No, he's not. He's going nowhere near that magical journey. Baus is a dead man. Might be able to take someone with it. Tempered Fate is good. Hang on. Harpoon's Giga low. They can look to punish that. Rocket Belt. Not quite in range. Harpoon got to flash away, but had to. Bloody hell, that got close. Hell yeah. Wait. Watch for it over the wall. Looks for the Nimbus Strike crushing blow. Doesn't quite have the Cyclone. Gets the kill. Cyclone begins to spin away to safety. Can spin to win one more time. Beyblade. Zoelis going low. Gets another. There's the double. Ocean Soul Healing Warrior tricks to the other direction. Velia with the monkey business. Hang on. Realm Warp, he goes the other direction. He can keep going. Nimbus Strike to the wave. Over comes Xerxes. Surely they finally bring down the Wukong. But my God. Velia styles on them. Jungle Roll Classic. Wukong is a bit of a silly champion, it has to be said. I will say, I feel that is more this Baron fight with both of your major carries not having flash the problem. Nemesis getting caught, though, isn't great. You had flash, Nemesis. You cannot have that happen. That is not acceptable. Didn't Wukong Q used to heal you a bit? Might do as well, I don't remember, honestly. But that was Ocean Soul, Conqueror, Sun and Sky doing a lot of work, to be honest. But Nemesis just threw that horribly. Had flash, had ult. Dies without using either. That might well be Baron and over to Galions. Ragnar on the flank, nearly at Mega, can look to just stun everyone into the wall. Lost Ratones may just have to give this one up. Can look to go forwards. Valiant with a massive knockup. Look to get some more value, just gets blown up. Seren deletes him straight to Rune Prison. Do not pass go, do not pick up 350 gold. Run warp in, here we go! Looking for the quickness, doesn't find the best angle. The feral scream silences well. Crowny gonna try and deliver best he can, but Seren goes golden. The Seraph shield is it, and Galions, in the blink of an eye of Nemesis dying, will win the game. There is no wave clear. It's Reckless who doesn't have Tempered Fate. Nemesis comes back alive, but I just don't think against 5 he can do all that much. They will try, but it will have to be a miracle and a serious bit of redemption. Out comes the ult. Nemesis is dead. Smolder secures. And Lost Ratones. They Tempered Fate for a second or two, but they will lose game 1 with a awful throw around the Baron. You got to be better than that. Similar outcomes, though, with slightly different archetypes on how you get there. It's a bit more bursty from Galions with the Ori. I think that's just a dead bounce. Flashes. Nicely done. Xerxes drops tower aggro. It's obviously not necessarily an iconic champion. Oh, Joel. Let's find out. He's got 4 games. Yeah, 50% win rate. So not fantastic considering he's normally got very high win rates across the board. That's an unfortunate kill. Man, I look away for a second. Duelist has 6. Oh, he doesn't. He's still 5. I got baited. Oh, no, into the backline. Delia gets wild growth. That's actually really important, Xerxes. Now potentially in danger. The hero's entrance came on through, but Nemesis is slightly in awkward position, looking to get some value down the back end. Seren low. Good taunt. All out. Both house in a difficult position, but it's still a reset coming on through. Fury still ends up winning a lot more of the grubs. Pull back with the Untopo strikes. Nemesis now about to fall down. Oh, it's Cassante issues again. Oh, dear. Lost Ratone. Oh, yeah. What? That's really weird. Huh. Oh, no. What? That's so weird. Why are we so low? If we go to game 3, guys, I might try and fiddle with that. That's bizarre. Output's fine. That's really weird. 720 plus for me or me. It's not 40 AP on my end, yeah. Hermes. Another kill going on over is a bit scary. Nico getting it's not the end of the world. Sorry, I was a bit distracted there by potential. Probably, though the Tristana is safer, is the honest answer, and can potentially dance away from things like the Nico, the Neferi, the Orianna Shockwave. You've got better ability to self-peel. So I don't think it's the worst thing ever. I think the Tristana is fine, and actually into the draft of Galions potentially offers a little bit more safety. Mid lane turret goes down. That's feat of strength already secure because they already got the first turret anyway. LR in the river, though. Faust on a flank angle doesn't have the public execution, though, so needs to be really wary about stepping in here. Faust is just walking out of pop positive for Zoelis. Good buff route from Crowny. That's why he wanted the Tristana. Does stay alive. They lose the Lulu, but they kill the Nico. Dragged all out is Crowny, who buffers straight over, but Ragnar flashing over. Looking to get on top of Crowny. Can't do all that much into this Cassante right now. They're trying to keep Crowny alive, but against all of this reckless damage. Untopo strikes on 3. Cassante's all over them. Just about surviving now. Dark and Daggers go wide. Dragon going on down. Good chunk back. Xerxes will have to flash on out. Has got a shield from the Eclipse. My god, command attack dissonance nearly gets him. Seren not here yet. Faust coming, looking for an angle on him. Maybe fourth with the public execution. Dragon secured. Do they want the fight after? TP in from Nemesis. It's over the Chompers before they arm. Chunk onto Ragnar, who can't get over the wall without the flash. No ult either. Does manage to footwork to allies, though. Oh, very nicely done. Okay-ish for Lost Ratones. They would have liked the Dragon. Baus is here by himself. He dies, I think, actually. Yeah, he does. He's going to try and jump a bit further away. Doesn't have flash, doesn't have energy. Public execution to nowhere, dies. Seren gets the kill. That is... They're going to try and collapse on the other side of the map as a result. They got Tristana. This will die. And I think they probably win the race here, even with against Grubs. Reset from the Galio with the Symbiotic Souls. We'll get back on the map pretty fast here. Talk, we try to keep out of Twitch chat just because we've had some issues with people being a bit inappropriate and rude and salty and just not fun to be in chat with. So, no problem people asking questions. No problem for people asking advice about the game at all. Bao survives. But, like, straight up betting odds chats and stuff, we don't ask for it. That's okay. Ooh, boy. Well, there goes Baus again for the 6th death. Oh, God. That's Atakan as well, isn't it? They're going to turn this into this. Can they turn it around? Yeah. Again, no stress. Please do come and ask questions. Really not a big deal. On the game notes, what is a big deal is the kill into Atakan. That's kind of nasty. What happened here? So, Neferi with 2 and make that 3 items. That is a win con. Normally, Baus doesn't become a lose condition / power the win condition on the enemy team. Here we go, turnaround potential. Baus comes on in with the public execution and the Galio entrance. That's better. That's more what we want to see. Good taunt after. Good shutdown. This is what Lost Ratones wanted. Resets for Crowny. Can start bouncing through the team. Seren now in danger as Crowny flashing over the command attack distance. Shield comes on through. Can't get any more. But watch for Velyo. Oh, misses it. But will it matter? No, it won't. That is 4 kills down. And it's sole point for Lost Ratones. There we go. Much better stuff. And the gold lead disappears. Dateski flash, Crowny my go. It was a really nice flash. Was it? Kind of. Having all the flash advantage. Didn't work that one out. Galions is the LFL 2nd seed. Azoelis. It's the Neferi ruse. They can't kill off Crowny though. Oh, they can now because the shockwave landed. Fuck me. Well, that's Baron, isn't it? As a caster, don't you miss release Smolder meta? It led to very epic fights for about 20 seconds around Elder, which were really fun to cast, but the rest of the game was a little dull. But don't get me wrong, those big team fight wins were a big one. Blind modes, if you want. Oh, man. I'm here for Lost Ratones downfall. Oh, man. KC fans. Oh, another rivalry in chat. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Well, your LFL brothers in arms are doing a pretty good job here. I don't know what we're yelling about. Do I get to do this as your brother? You do. Look, it's fine to... Look, I don't mind a little bit of spice. As long as people are respectful, I'm absolutely fine with you rolling for gentle... Like, or even just, like, gentlemanly. Gentlemanly. Respectfully disrespectful. Seren just got Velya. That's a problem. Hang on. We'll talk about it later. Oh, the pop blossom from Zoelis. Zoelis is so damn good. There's another one who might well end up in LEC. Ah, God. Reckless there to keep people alive. They're trying to get some decent damage back. Baus gets rooted. Xerxes, I think he's in trouble. Oh, hang on. Not bad. Enchanter value carry. Winds of War from the Galio. Wasn't he in LEC? Yeah, but I think he's deserved a better shot. A bit wrong. Let's lose in peace. It's a bit of that. Oh, Baus! No! They're turning on the flank angle. In comes the potential Galio ult. Xerxes just call of the packs and eviscerates away. Dragon secured by the Neferi. That means no soul. Nice taunt from Nemesis. Turns around and ensures the Neferi's death. Bousy low. Ragnar goes all out. Pop blossom on multiple members as Harpoon survives and gets excited trying to survive. Galio can't get the taunt on top of him, and Galio is just dying to Harpoon. He'll throw out a load of choppers. It's from Arcane. And unfortunately for them, the statue from Piltover meets the fate of the Arcane Council. Piltover wishes. And I think they've got a wave in mid to potentially crack something more. Oh boy, Zoelis, what a pop blossom. Velya needs to clear the wave. But they've got enough and they're TPing in to at least get the inhibitor turret. Howling until Crowny, 15 seconds. HP bars aren't fantastic for Galions, but I think they see the win in their eyes. Watch Velya on the flank hulk. He pulls the wave away. See. Hang on, engage. Galio ult. Pop blossom from Zoelis. Interrupts Crowny, who does survive for a second or two. Xerxes is going to go into the W. Gets the kill on the Tristana. Tries to reset. Gets a shield. Reckless gets over the wall and will survive. All the while, the Jinx falls on the other side. Full contact team fighting. Big taunt. Seren goes golden as Bounce is trying to bounce away. Justice punch in. AP Galio damage, but not a lot of tankiness. Another shield. A Justice punch away. Zoelis with the auto and the blooming burst. Somehow keeps us an even-ish team fight. 3 for 2. Velia hits a clone. Tangle Barbs go wide. He's in the other room right now. They can come and say hey. We cast together even. Oh, hang on, Velia. Bloody hell, stays just about alive. On the other side, the Wild Growth keeps Nemesis just about in touch. Redemption from Reckless. Say it ain't so. Bounce goes in. Zoelis doesn't get that much value. Stopwatch buys some time. Zoelis is trying to turn to a ward. That's wild. Goes down. Crowny gets that kill. 15 seconds. Man advantage right now for Lost Return. Nico tried it all full contact. Didn't quite get it to work. They're trying to punish by going Baron for Soul. Ooh. Still wager Soul is the better option. Should win this one. Oh no! Velia stole it so they get Soul and Baron. Oh no! Lost Ratones get away with murder. We can tell Sam is old. Thanks, Parky. Really appreciate it. Wow. Alex is I'm the smaller brother. Alex is a lot taller. Thank you, Montes, as well. Corey, I appreciate you. Gonna try and kill off Crowny. Does manage to buffer out for now, but leaves Reckless a little alone. Got the Blast Cone. And a bit of Whimsy to try and run. Zerk's trying to catch up. Can't get the Dark and Daggers. The Glitterland slow on 2. Stops that one. Bloody hell. Well, if nothing else, it's full of drama. Lost Ratones just refuse to lose. I tune into watch Ella if they start winning. I'm gonna turn the stream back off. Oh, your power's been... Does feel like Jinx does enough damage somehow. Yeah, I think the problem is that Jinx isn't getting the reset, so isn't getting the attack speed right now. I wonder whether Jinx... Alex, I wonder whether Jinx needs Serpent's Fang. So I think the... Chill for the next 3 minutes. One would assume. Ooh. Is that Xerxes going in? Interrupted by the Wild Growth. Very nice from Reckless. Tier 2 down. I think Lost Ratones with Ocean Soul had the edge right now. It might just be the Elder Flip angle. Realize I have the team strike sus, it's true. In they go. Hero's entrance doesn't get the kill as the Harpoon flashes out. Velia's in danger. Doesn't quite die. Gets the kill now. Harpoon's taunted. Trying to get the additional kill as Nemesis. Goes golden. Xerxes gonna try to get the kill. The zap comes on down. Although right on the backside is taking at the time of 3. They do kill off the Galio. 2 for 1 in favor of Galions. Harpoon resets. This is so bloody tense. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Half HP on the Baron. Last fight. Velia managed to win that one. This might fight a 4v5 while they were taking Ocean Soul on the other hand. Velia goes in, looking for an angle. He's got very deep for that. Bloody hell. Seasons comes on through. He's dead. They've lost the fight. All out on top of Bounce. He's not getting to the backside. So let's go to the other side, trying to get to value. The 3-man Pop Blossom. Bounce running away. They do get the kill onto the Nico. They've blown up Cassante as well. Bounce is traded. Harpoon in a 1v3. Flash, taunt, ground pound and down. Seren must now try and carry with Xerxes in the 2v3. Lulu Dev kind of... Crowny goes in! Crowny! They've got the hero's entrance! Seren survives for a moment. Flashing on out. Trying to get to Valley was Reckless. Turns him into a snowman. They've killed off the Neferi. Crowny plays like a psycho. No, he has a guardian angel. And that angel is made of about 20 tons of concrete. I think they might just have done it. That's Baron. Is it Elder after as well? They'll have 40 seconds till Xerxes up. They just don't lose quietly. Yes. Elder's going down. They tried to steal with the Jinx Rocket. Didn't work. That'll be Baron and Elder. And Ocean Soul. If they can't win with this one. Ban spend caps. That's the one. That's the one. It works surprisingly well. Hey, thank you, Parky. Another sub gifted. Thank you very much. Now you can yell as much as you want. Elder, Elder, Elder. Bloody hen. Jumping in like he had... He kind of did. He had a Lulu and a Galio. About as close to it as you get. You just need to clear the wave as aggressively as you can. And the wave clear is proving really problematic. Finally get a wave into turret. But it's taken them a while. They've not synced waves particularly cleanly. That'll be at least one inhibitor. Faust claims another. And they finally get both inhibitors down. 3-man Gintofo strikes. That got a bit scary. See, a lot of buttons pressed certainly by Lost Ratones. Doesn't really lead to all that much. Clearing out the way best they can. How long do they have on Elder? 50 seconds. 45 on Baron. They want to get value out of the next 2 waves. Jumping onto Nemesis. Xerxes goes in, immediately pulls back. Damage. Pop Blossom catches out one, but not enough members. And Zoelis is immediately flattened. Crowley hopping on forward. Trying to rocket jump in. They're trying to kill off Crowley. He's got a GA. Buys time. Seren on the fountain. Just about surviving. They're turning it around. They've gone very deep. Crowley survives. Nexus falls. Great, yeah, great pick to set up a Kai'Sa. Like, everybody but Kai'Sa. Everybody can set up Kai'Sa to find good value. Can't quite get the kill. Nemesis still flashes. Level 6 spike. But still, Seren didn't get the kill with it. Ends up being okay, I think. Be a bit careful, because I think Nemesis is going to be very close to 6 here. If Seren sticks around, he's in danger of being... Oh, hang on, he's going to look for it. Oh, there's a level 6! Got the kill! We'll die for it. I wondered whether we might end up with a... Reckless. Xerxes is about a camp off... No, he's about 2 camps off 6. Chunk onto Crowny. Oh, Reckless is also really low. This gets messy. Oh, boy. Seren can start dancing. Yeah, that's the electrocute. Won't be too much more. Okay. Dead? No, he got away with it. Bloody hell, Xerxes is around. Yeah, I was just wrong. I was just wrong is the answer. Arc of Ruin. Crowny's low. Xerxes can kill them all here. Looking for an angle. Ooh, that Supreme Display talent is nasty. Crowny has to flash back out. Does not have ult. Xerxes now in danger. Doesn't have a flash himself. Wasn't expecting Velia to be there. There's the hook. W just goes wide. Hooked to the turret. Reckless will die. Okay. 1 for 1, but they can't stick under the turret. They just killed off Crowny as well? Crowny, how did you take turret aggro? Oops. Is it me, or do I always feel like Crowny's out of position a lot? He has been known to overstep a little bit of late. His Kai'Sa's normally very good, but those 2 deaths are pretty rough. Quite awkward. We've seen it in LCK, we've seen it in LEC and stuff where it's not looked particularly pretty. When it has looked good, though, it's still nice. Got most of the gold. Took a bit of damage doing it. I think Baus is likely going to die. They're going to try and donate a kill over. Another one over to Xerxes, aren't they? Yeah, Harpoon gets it. Yup, that's kind of sucky. I'll play it at the least. There it is. Belly's being warded off the wards. Ornn's clearing wave mid. Akali threatened to roam down. Does need to be careful of the Kai'Sa from the Nautilus coming up. Watch mid. They're looking for a play mid. You can see the pings from Lost Ratones. Faust and Velia forced off the turret, and that will be first turret to Galions. That's very nicely done. They're trying to funnel as much of the gold as they can into Harpoon and Xerxes. Zolis wasn't quite... Do I call them Guardians? Sorry, Emby, what are you talking about specifically? Galions. At least that's the English pronunciation. Supreme display of talent. And Xerxes gets another. Crowny's dead. Oh my god, just about survives it. Bloody hell. Didn't quite have enough follow-up. They can look for a bit more. The reason their logo is a ship. Looking rough. And I will just say, I think Kiana is a harder carry than Neferi in the current meta. Significantly scarier team fighter. Significantly scarier team fighter. I don't know, Brack. I've seen some players not from the LPL do some horrible, horrible ults that haven't looked very good. I thought that was Gamer Legion. No. No, it's Galion. So I wonder whether it's a rename. I mean, it's an LFL org. Xerxes around, has the Supreme Display talent to work with. Ornn can look to roam down as well. Baus eats a bit of damage. TP behind. They do get the Herald. But what about the fight afterwards? Looking for an angle. There's a depth charge. Seren's going to get knocked up. Call of the Forge Code comes on through. Gets a double knock-up. Looking for more. They get a Supreme Display down around the Atacama wall! The Atacama wall! Oh, that's horrifying. And now there's no turret. Turret can flip just wide. Hooks Zoelis. There it is again. But Nemesis now doesn't have it for anything else. Gets the Blitzcrank but dies himself. Harpoon going on forward. Can begin to cultivate the spirit. Where's the next step? Does he need it? No, he doesn't. I'd rather Reckless on Rakan. Yeah, I can't remember whether it was banned, but either way, he didn't get a hold of it. There's the dragon, second one for them. Target access. A lot of just snowball potential from Galions. If the Blitzcrank and the Ornn set up for a Kiana, a Kali, Yunara just pop off early, and that's what's happened. Velia is in danger of a hook. He's going to get ulted around his own damn pillar. Oh, Velia. Trundle is not tanky without subjugating, without a second item. Ow. Axiom Arc also basically means Xerxes' ult is already half off cooldown. Kiana's not even Bowser's fault this time. No. It's not. Reminder, LR give up kills early. Xerxes got a lot of them. Now 30 CS up and 2.4k is up a level. That will continue to expand. I've seen 4 level leads from Jungle Kiana with difficulty. Who are LR playing tomorrow? No idea yet. I don't think. The draw happens after this. Oh, the hook! Unfortunately, Zoelis, you got baited, my son. Mechanical failure. Mechanical failure! Can you turn that into Atacam? You got a man advantage for a bit. And the Blitzcrank gets punished for being a little overeager there. Here we go. Atacam's around. LR are going to see this their opportunity. Here we go. Seren's over the wall in the alcove. Can look for a flank angle. Watch for Xerxes as well. Here comes the TPs. 4v5. Galions are still going to play this. Is this the comeback? Or is this the death knell? Possibly both is the answer. Herald summoned. Battle Herald angle. Faust now looking for a big engage. In goes the Ornn. Supreme display of talent. Isn't that fantastic? Xerxes owned away. Into the backline goes Seren. Looking to threaten Reckless and the rest of the group. Oh my god, the perfect execution. Kiana nabs the Atacon. And Lost Ratones are sent into the river drowned. Rats. Oof. That's a lot of gold from the standing turrets as well. Upgraded Profane Hydra. Oh man, ornaments coming in. Dragon's Life, this will be sole point. Galions, this is their game to lose. They have to be the ones that fumble. Try and go for this play. Kiana will kill you so quick that you don't actually buy enough time. Darren gets rooted, looking for more. Gets a lot of damage. Needs to be afraid of a potential execute from the passive. Shuriken flip back. Gets a kill on his way out of 1v2. Xerxes now looking at Velia. Will speed away with the Deadmans and the Frozen Domain. Like, he was a large part of how they managed to clutch it out. Even if the Ori matchup is a winning one, right? So. Kiana's a very predictable telegraph champ. Yes, but she does her combos so damn fast, it doesn't matter if it's predictable if you can't stop it. They're running Baron. Value's got flash. They don't know he's there. I think Xerxes is going to ult the wall here. Yeah, they see him. They see him. They see him. Watch Xerxes. Watch Xerxes. Flash over. They can look to pull him over the wall. Ah, nicely done, Zoelis. Supreme Display of Talent goes wide. Valia puts down the pillar. But unfortunately for him, he is about to get blown up. Does manage to nab a red buff to Zoelis. But they get the Baron pretty much on spawn. Managed to mess with Velia by pulling him out. That was actually very heads up from Zoelis. Wave shot on ahead. LR doesn't know what to do. They can play with Crowny ahead too, but I think actually Crowny has often relied on team support to get ahead. Or at least uninterrupted lanes, and that's not happened. But yes, Nemesis is basically often just won by default by just laning better by himself. But when he starts going against players who can match or just beat him in lane, Lost Ratones don't really know how to play through mid, and that is problematic. Because actually, Reckless and Velia don't really do coordinated plays around mid lane very well. Like, as a duo, they're not really about syncing up around mid. Whereas a lot of other teams are. I have roam priority for my bot lane and my jungler. What are we going to do? Turn mid. Well, there's inhibitor number 1 going down in mid lane. Seren is pretty hard to manage here. They're going to try and jump on him. Call the Forge Guard. Looking to strafe across Velia, who has no tanky stats. Will try and subjugate no one. Harpoon goes on a rampage and now in a 5v4. Lost Ratones on the verge of losing to Kiana again. 0-3 against it this tournament. And Galions, the LFL second seed, looking to remind Lost Ratones that for all their dominance this year, for all the hype, the fame, the notoriety, EMEA Masters has always been, and as far as they're concerned, always will be, a French-run tournament. 3-3 for Lost Ratones. Galions, well, they'll be promoting. Qualified for playoffs. And the ship, ironically,